What if I told you there were details you didn't notice? Things that would shock you if you actually noticed them. From these characters' real voices, all the way to Jinu and rumors of secret scenes. This is going to be fun to talk about. Like and subscribe because I'm about to let you in on big reveals that will make you look back on K-pop demon hunters. Okay, so we're going to be starting strong here with something that was right in front of you. Remember that Idol Awards performance? Well, not the performance itself, but backstage, after Huntrix had given themselves the morale boost they needed and they were all running out with Bobby. In that tiny little corridor that Rumi paused for a few seconds, there were two posters in the background. One of the posters was a promotional for Twice's new song. Yeah, Twice, the real-life K-pop girl group. Don't just rush to check the movie again just yet. You can do that when we're done with the video. And that wasn't the only time we saw Twice pop up in the movie. Let's take a few steps back to after the girls' first performance in the movie, and Bobby was telling them how magnificent they were. And to prove it to them, he showed them the charts on his phone. Huntrix was number 1. Guess who were on number 2? You guessed right, Twice. It was like a subtle way of combining reality and fiction, and I blushed when I saw it. I'm not even joking. Anyways, moving on. At number 2, we have another nod at Twice, because they sang a song in the movie. When I say nod, it's more like a flash in our faces that we didn't notice. Remember that revenge song that the girls were supposed to perform? I know, revenge song sounds too brutal. I didn't want to call it a diss song because then it would sound like they were having a beef. Well, technically they were. But anyways, remember the song Takedown? Well, I don't know about you, but the song sounded cringe and made me want to have a seizure when they first sang it. But Twice gave us an upgrade. Yeah, after the movie ended and the credits started rolling, a different version of Takedown began playing. This one was kinda like rock or punk rock. And I know most of you didn't catch it because you don't watch the credits. Twice were the ones who sang that version, and I loved every bit of it. Up in third place is the Saja Boys' physique. Yeah, you're confused as hell right now. What about the Saja Boys' physique? Well, how do I say this softly? They are technically the same, except Abby. Okay, let me break it down for you. The Saja Boys have the same body build, that's slim, tall, and basically the same skin tone. Only Abby is a bit more muscular than the rest. If you think I'm lying, just take a look at them one more time. And this isn't a coincidence. It was done to mimic the standards of real-life K-pop groups. So basically, K-pop groups are made to move with unison. If you were at a K-pop show and you watched them dance, all wearing the same clothes, it might be difficult for you to pick who is who. This is done to make their movements look more uniform. So yeah, I guess I've given you something to look at when next you're rewatching the movie. Anyways, on number 4, we have the inspiration for Huntrix. Being such a sensational girl group, you would think that they were inspired by another girl group, say like Blackpink, but they weren't. As a matter of fact, the idea for the girls was gotten from ancient Korean shamans. The shamans were mostly women, and they had the ability to see and communicate with spirits. They were basically the bridge between the land of the living and the land of the dead. They would chase off evil spirits that were causing problems to villages or people, and sometimes they had weapons with them. But they mostly chased these spirits away by singing, dancing, and performing certain rituals. So you can see the similarity. I guess you could say that those ancient shamans were the OG demon hunters. Next up is Derpy the tiger and Sussy the magpie. What if I told you that they are not demons? Tell all those voices in your head to shush up and listen to me. Derpy and Sussy were Jinu's pets in the movie, but if you look close to their bodies, they are covered in protective symbols. If you're a big-time K-drama fan, I'm sure you must have run into protective symbols one way or the other. Families put them up to keep evil spirits away. The both of them were inspired by jakodo, a genre of Korean folk painting that normally depicts a tiger and a magpie. These paintings were believed to be talismans. The tiger would ward off misfortune and evil, while the magpie would bring good luck and prosperity. Anyways, that's all for Derpy and Sussy. At number 6, we have the meaning of the honmoon. Wait, did you think the honmoon was a made-up word with no real meaning? Think again, my lovelies. It's actually a genius wordplay because word hon in Koreans means soul or spirit, while the word moon in Korean means door or gate. So when you put them together to get honmoon, it translates to soul door or spirit gate. That's so cool, isn't it? I mean, that's technically what the honmoon is. It is a spirit gate that keeps the demons on their own side, or a soul door, which keep the souls of humans on their own side, which is the human world. I'm a bit of a nerd, so just saying this is making me smile. Moving on to number 7, which is about the Saja boy's name. Yup, more hidden meanings. So the word Saja means lion in Korean, and we can't doubt that the Saja boys are like lions. They are charismatic, handsome, fierce, and powerful, which is a cool name for a boy band if you think about it. But that isn't all Saja means in Korean. Saja is also the short form for the Chosum Saja. What does that mean? Well, nothing too serious. Ha, I'm kidding. It's actually quite serious. It's basically the Korean version of the Grim Reaper, a messenger of hell, or the underworld. It was right in our faces. These soul suckers are actually so obvious, but I guess this is where scotoma comes in. Scotoma is a blind or blurry spot in the field of vision, and the Grim Reaper meaning behind their name is in the blind spot. In other words, the eyes see what they want to see. On number 8, we have their master, Guima. And yeah, Guima's name is scary, but wait till you find out what his name means. In Korean, the devil, or Satan, is mostly called Magui, and I'm sure you can already see what the writers did. They basically just flipped the word, and from Magui, Guima was born. His name literally tells us that he is the devil, the king of hell, the fire on the seat of the underworld. Sorry, I'm going all Game of Thrones on the titles. Anyways, my point is, whoever said that the devil is in the details has no idea how right he or she was. The 9th Easter egg you missed is the director's voice. Yeah, the director, Maggie Kung, didn't just direct and write the movie, she also voiced minor characters in the movie. But we'll talk about the most obvious character she voiced, which is the air hostess demon at the beginning of the movie. I'm sure you remember her. She was the one watering a flower with coffee and Rumi confronted her. She was so funny, so when I found out that the character was voiced by the director, I was so impressed. Well, I guess she can put voice actor under her resume as well.